This is the first time I've ever chewed gum on the program.
Oh, congratulations. Hey, everybody. It's the program.
Once a day, every day.
It's on. Yeah, it's on.
Once a day, every day, we start talking and turn on the machines, and we're going to be here for
An hour. Yeah, finishing sentences here. It's Tuesday. And we're here. Sam's here. Carl's here.
Tuesday, as in chewing gum Tuesday, or
Tuesday.
I'm going to swallow it because I don't like it.
You don't like gum?
It's hard to talk.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, that's what people say. I think I don't find having too much of a hard time.
It's hard to swallow gum too, but I just did it.
Oh, wow. I heard the whole like stick in your stomach thing. That's a rumor.
It is a rumor.
It just
yeah, because you can see it in your poop.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You don't you actually seen it in there.
Yeah.
It goes right through you, though, yeah.
Yeah, because there's been days where, like, I don't know why, I just always swallow my gum.
Uh-huh.
And there's days, like, if I have, like, a pack of gum, I just eat gum all day.
yeah,
And I swallow it. And then I poop it out.
Sam.
It's America, bro.
Okay.
We poop here, bro.
Okay, Sam.
We're doing...
What's the theme? Is it poop?
It's ants versus honey.
Ants versus honey day.
What does that even mean?
What does that even mean? We're going to
So
explore.
I thought we were going to have like an ant farm and a honey factory, and we're going to have versus.
I'm not going to put any effort into having any of the themes. You know, it's just like you go there and you start talking about it. What we're going to do, we're comparing and contrasting. You know, I think it's kind of like more like ants versus bees
Well,
almost.
come on, it's like Seahawks
Then why
versus
didn't you make
Falcons
it ants versus
or
bees?
Mariners versus Yankees, or
You guys don't want to talk
you know,
about
it's
sports.
a duke
We're
out,
good at
bro.
sports. I mean, we're doing this thing where we're doing theme days just because we had so many themes and they were taking too long to switch them out. So now we're doing crazy themes because we can, and we're only for a day, so we're just doing whatever we feel like. Anything.
Because it's our program.
It's right.
I hear you, man.
So I think ants versus honey. We're gonna say, you know,
You guys rock it, man.
it's like, what are the benefits of ants and what are the benefits of honey? I heard that honey is good for allergies and stuff. But I don't know what ants.
Oh, you know what is cool about ants is that you can't, like, I have like a giant ant pile in front of my house, and my wife wanted it gone, but then I looked it up and it turns out they're pretty beneficial. But then I decided that I would try to kill the ants, and I failed, and they live on.
What do they do? That's helpful.
Oh, they keep the trees healthy because they keep they're basically have a symbiotic relationship with like Doug firs and cedars, and they climb up the trees and eat all the parasites that try to eat the trees. They're the ones you see everywhere around here. They make the big nests out of pine needles that stand up.
Yeah.
They're the red-headed ants. You know what's crazy about those things? For however high the mound is, it goes 4 times deeper underground than however high the mound is. And if you, like, I've seen those mounds, and I'm not, like, exaggerating, that are 4 feet tall. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen that before, too.
Yeah.
See, speaking of ant hills,
Crazy. If they're 4 feet tall, then that's 16 feet into the ground.
Yep.
That's like 3 stories almost, probably.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's 2.5 stories. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's 1 story, 1.5
16.
stories.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his story's 10 feet.
Yeah.
well, speaking of ant hills anyway, someone actually poured liquid metal down.
Yeah.
You
Fire
you
ant
saw-
hills, yeah.
Yeah.
Liquid. I thought it was aluminum.
It was something liquid. Yeah.
It was metal. Yeah, it
And
makes these really rad
solidified.
designs.
And it was like kind of an interesting superstructure.
The way I was trying to kill him. I didn't want to use chemicals, and I saw this thing online. It basically said you get like 5 gallons of water and just like boil it and then pour it on the ant pile.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible.
Maybe you should have used, well, I don't know. Not that I really should be talking about this, but a firecracker or something, and just
I don't
kind
know.
of.
That's just gonna spread
That
them.
doesn't do anything.
That's just
Yeah.
gonna spread them and make them
Yeah,
mad.
you need, like, if you wanted to do that, you need something big.
Yeah.
You'd have to go out to, like, even like stuff at the res wouldn't even do that.
Yeah, probably.
So, yeah, I think they can take a lot of force too because they're
Yeah,
small. So.
well, you know, the thing about explosions is, like, to blow something up, you have to get the, like, explosive, like, inside the thing.
Yes.
Like you can't like
Yeah, you can't put it just like
Yeah.
on the top of the nest.
you can put it would hurt like hell, but you could put like an M80 on your hand and light it and hold your hand out.
Oh, don't.
You
no.
could do it,
Well.
and it wouldn't like you wouldn't lose a finger or anything. It'd hurt like hell. It'd probably make your hand numb, and it might burn you.
I think it could break your hand, maybe.
No, it wouldn't even break your hand.
your
That's the thing.
This is
Because
called
what'll-
Your
what'll
Daily
do-
Hour with me, not medical stories.
It's just like it's gonna that energy from that force is gonna want to expand, and it's gonna take the path of least resistance, like anything else.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Yeah.
enhanced,
I think it could break your bone.
one
I think
right
it could
there,
break a bone,
one
though.
right next to
It might break
no,
a
really?
smaller bone.
Yeah, it's right there.
Kill it.
Why? It's just a little
Because I
ant.
don't want them to spread in here.
Oh, it's helpless.
Okay, well, oh man, but you're not gonna go.
My life flashing before my eyes.
I don't know. I'm acting like I care, but I literally am an ant mass murderer, and I boiled them alive.
Wow.
You know what's weird about when you pour boiling water on an ant pile? You know what it
Like
smells
you
like?
said, it didn't work.
It didn't work, but it still killed it.
So,
It
yeah, it
killed a whole
boiled
bunch
a
of
bunch of-
ants. It's just that I didn't kill the colony. I didn't kill enough, Carl. But you know what it smells like? It smells like a crab boil,
Oh,
which
that's
makes
weird.
sense because I think crabs and ants are like sort of related.
Yeah, they seem like bugs to me.
Yeah,
Lobsters and
crustaceans are just like sea insects. They are pretty much,
I
aren't
think so,
they?
yeah.
Well, maybe I don't know.
I think so.
To have you boil
Listen,
it down to that,
To me, all
pun
science.
intended. Boil it down to that, bro.
People eat ants.
To me, all science is like
I never knew anyone to eat crabs.
it's things
Just
that I've
kidding.
guessed and that they might be true, and that's science.
Yeah, it's science enough for me too. I think.
Probably not science enough for Dan though.
Have you ever eaten? Have you ever eaten ants?
You know what, man? When I was in the Forest Service, we used to do this thing with rookies. And like I always said it was like a rite of initiation, but it turns out it was just hazing. But like you would either have to get like your chest waxed or like eat a live
Ugh.
crawdad or eat like a bug or something weird. And I was
Yeah.
in Utah and I ate a Mormon cricket, which are these giant crickets. And it was so gross because one of the things the crickets really don't like to be eaten, and one of their defenses is that they like vomit and they poop. So like I picked it up and looked at it, and it was like vomiting and pooping, and then I ate it, and it was disgusting.
Gross. You
Yeah.
see it vomiting?
Yeah.
Thanks for telling us the story while we eat.
Do they even have? They have a mouth, a regular mouth cricket does?
Though it's got a mouth.
Of course,
I
I'm
think
just
anything with a mouth can vomit.
Yeah.
well for the listeners on radio. I'm just drinking, but Kenny's eating.
Is it making you ill at all?
Yes,
I'm okay.
I'm turning green right
Do you
now.
have a weak stomach?
All the time,
I feel really bad because when I was in 6th grade,
24/7.
we picked on this kid named Aaron. He had like a weak stomach, and we just tell him really gross stuff and make him throw up on the playground all the time.
Well,
Oh.
yeah. I mean, if I met somebody, I could just make puke on command, pretty much.
Yeah, especially in
Too
the
easy.
6th grade.
Too easy.
Dude, we were totally rotten to each other in
Oh,
the 6th
definitely.
grade. I got bullied, but like everybody got bullied.
Hey, Aaron, I think Sam is trying to apologize to you.
Aaron, Aaron, if you're out there, man, I'm sorry, dude.
I had a friend who would vomit if you spun him around, and so we would always try to trick him into doing it anyway. So
Oh my gosh, his name was Carl.
Dude,
No.
Aaron
Sorry.
Aaron came over to play at my house one time, and my neighbor's dog bit him too.
Oh.
The neighbor, like the tweaker neighbor's like nasty Rottweiler, like bit him. It was not cool.
Was he
They like
hurt?
bit him bad. Like
Oh,
he had to
no.
go to like it bit him in like the leg, and I mean he had like puncture wounds in his leg. It was a big Rottweiler. Those dogs were terrifying. It was always this thing, right? So like, you'd walk past their house. They lived like our house was down the driveway from this house, and it was probably like 1 out of every 20 times you'd walk by, somebody had forgotten to like shut the gate. And you just never knew.
Oh man.
So you'd like kind of sneak by and you'd see the gate, or sometimes the gate would be open, and then it was like, do I keep sneaking or do I just run now?
And the dog would come out and chase you?
Oh yeah, man, he bit me too. That dog sucked, man. I'm still scared of dogs.
You never said anything to the owners or?
They were like
the
crazy drunk
authorities?
tweakers, and
How
my
about
dad,
your parents?
my dad was crazy too.
Didn't you tell him about the dog though? You wouldn't have gotten mad about the dog?
He would have gotten mad about the dog, but
like,
you
"Hey,
didn't want to. You didn't want to make my dad mad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you wanted. Mad dad was not a fun thing to have.
Yeah. We're getting some numbers down. We're going to write some numbers on our hands between 1 and 6. What are you doing, Carl? You're moving the pen so we can use it so we don't have to get up?
Yeah.
What is that tree stuff hanging there?
These are the pens.
Is that like a piece of rhododendron?
I don't know what that stuff is. I was here already. Well, Sam can just stand up here and get a number.
I can just remember my number.
Oh, but then you might not be truthful.
Honest?
Yeah.
Why would I? Why would I cheat?
Well, it's not that I think you're going to
So
cheat.
I could win.
It's not that I think that you're going to cheat, but maybe the viewers do, or somebody else. And if we hold you to a different standard than somebody else, then who knows, you know? So I don't think you're going to cheat individually, but maybe everybody will in general.
What
So
if I just choose not to play?
then you can't win. Then you're going to lose. If you you want to lose,
I wouldn't lose because I wouldn't be playing.
Counts
I
as
wouldn't
losing.
win or lose. Why
Counts
does
as-
it?
counts
Why
as,
does it
or
count
I
as
guess
losing?
disqualification. I guess.
Why would
You
I
don't
be disqualified? You can't disqualify me if I haven't even started playing.
I think
yet.
being on the show is part of playing. So if you're here, you don't play, then you lose. But it's okay to lose if you want. But I think you're not going to win, and that's what losing is, right? Not winning, I guess. Maybe you're not going to lose, but you won't win for sure.
The Kenny I know would say that like playing is enough, and that you shouldn't have to play, and that
You don't have to play, but you can't win if you don't play.
I feel like I'm being pressured now.
I am pressuring you. I think you should play, but you don't have to play if you don't want to.
I am gonna play.
All right. You can play at home too, viewers. You can get out a pen, write a number down in your hands
Is this a
between 1 and
grease
6.
pencil? Where did you get this pencil?
I'll keep it.
This is the worst pencil I've ever seen. Look at it. It's green. It's got crap all over it, and it has no tip.
Oh no! It's probably just a pencil from the garage. There's lots of weird stuff in here.
Is that?
I think that's a pencil too. You can write it on the
Carl's
paper.
number?
No, it's just, come on. Write a number.
All right.
Oh, he wrote an 8.
An 8. That's too high.
Says who, man?
It says the dice. I mean, it's not on the dice if you don't.
But if I did win, wouldn't that be like
Oh,
a crazy
stop.
miracle?
It would be.
Oh,
I
boy.
would say impossible.
Oh boy.
It's like I'll admit that it's a long shot.
The only way it's if the nature of reality is different. I guess here we go.
I don't get to say what reality is.
I think I
man.
can do that. Okay.
Watch, I'm gonna be really close.
Here we go. Here it goes. Oh.
Do you remember we talked about?
Hey, I won. 2. It's a 2. It's a 2. Everybody.
You just wait.
There it is. Yeah. Oh, Carl won also. I mean, Carl's been picking the same number. He's been coming here for like over a week now. Maybe we're synchronizing number thoughts here.
Yeah, that's
Did you
right.
not win,
Sorry.
Sam?
I was.
Oh, no, you had an 8.
Yeah.
I was,
Well, 6
I
plus
was
2
close.
does equal 8.
Well, that means that we won then.
Yeah.
Already. We've won it all.
6 plus 2 does equal 8, bro.
See, because now we
You
won.
went 2 over.
Well, you guys both picked the same number.
It's true. I guess we got lucky.
So it's gonna be me versus you guys. So you guys are like double teaming me.
No, you're just a hater. That's all you
well, I
Why
think
am I a hater?
I think if I don't know about that. If 2 people have the same number and you have
Play,
it,
Carl, quiet.
And you have a different number. I think it's more like you're double teaming them in this game, because if there's two people that win, then they have a chance to battle. So it's like less of a chance to win overall if more than one person picks a number. So I think it's actually better off for you to pick.
Rejecting you guys, and I'm not rejecting the nature of dice. I'm objecting the nature of reality.
So yeah, I mean, you can try to change reality and somehow get an 8 on there.
I'm not trying to change it. I'm rejecting it.
There's not even enough room on the
like
dice.
Morpheus says, those that are fighting to protect the nature of reality are those that you should fear the most.
Yeah, and Morpheus is dead. He
Oh,
died.
Yeah, trying to do some of that.
Yeah, so I'm not listening to him. I don't listen. I've never learned anything from a dead person.
Oh.
That was way too broad.
Yeah, what about, I mean, what about
You
history?
didn't learn anything from George Washington?
Actually, you know what? George Washington.
Or how about this, Ben Franklin?
Ben
I don't know what he
Franklin,
did.
I know.
Electricity
I know stuff about
discovered.
Ben Franklin.
Flying the kite in the sky.
No, I think
Wow, he flew a kite with a key on it.
I think Ben Franklin probably stole the
Way to go,
invention
you
of
almost
electricity.
Got electricity. You almost got. You almost learned a lot about electricity and almost killed him. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with historical figures.
I don't really know how that. Yeah, how does that key thing?
Because so many people that invent stuff, it's just like dumb luck.
And they stole it
You know what I mean? Yeah, or they steal it.
from their subordinates.
Yeah. It's like whoever invented the wheel, I bet he just saw something round rolling, and was like, oh. I bet a bunch of people invented the wheel.
You mean like a
and then
log?
They died, and then they forgot
log
about
rolling downhill?
it. Yeah, or who knows? you
Yeah.
know? I mean, I'm just not, like I said, I'm having a hard time tonight. I'm not impressed.
I think the wheel and the axle, though. I think it's the axle is where the real invention is in the wheel.
The axle?
Yeah, because anybody can have a wheel.
You
It's
know
just a
what?
round thing.
That
But
is a really good. Did you just think of that?
I did. Yeah.
That is actually like a really
So now you're
keen
impressed.
observation.
Now
Yeah.
you're impressed, huh?
I am impressed with.
You said you were
Kenny
impressed
said- because
like
he's
2
right,
minutes
though.
ago.
He's right though. Is it like having just a wheel? It'd be useless except for like smushing things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like letting it or toys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
are you gonna do
when
with
you
that?
have an axle, but I think inventing the wheel, once you had the wheel though, it'd be pretty easy to come up with the idea of an axle though.
They always say, well, yeah, maybe. They always say reinventing the wheel.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a common phrase.
Reinventing the axle. We got some messages. This is from Mr. Ginsu.
No, I thought he was on strike.
He's bluffing about that stuff. He always says he's going to go on strike if he doesn't get his way, but then he doesn't go on strike.
I think it's weak to bluff
Yeah.
about something like that.
Well, he's always doing it.
We don't have any writer's strike here. Because the
I'm ready to
writers...
stir up. I'm ready to start a beef with Mr. Ginsu.
Oh, really?
The writers always come through for the program.
Yeah, what? I forgot my
I want
line.
to have like one of those beefs that'll make us both better.
Those are my cue cards
what I
right
mean.
now.
Like Biggie and versus Tupac?
No, like Magic Bird and like Magic and Bird.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like if it wasn't for Larry Bird, Magic Johnson wouldn't have been as good of a basketball player as he was, and vice versa. You know, I mean, you could find like that with anybody. You know, like I mean, it defined like both those guys were defined by their competition with the other one. So if I start some beef with Mr. Ginsu, it'll just make us both better.
Did they have that game?
Man.
The NES game was that Magic Johnson and Larry Bird? Something
Yeah,
versus
it was.
Bird.
Yeah, they did have one, and they made those McDonald's commercials. But here's the thing about that people don't realize about Larry Bird is that like out of that, like Larry Bird had it rougher growing up. Larry Bird's father like committed suicide when he was really young.
Whoa.
That's
And,
kind of crappy.
Yeah. That's not kind of crappy. That's all the way crappy. He was just, it was tougher than a lot of folks. When you have something tragic like that happen, you just kind of, you find solace in an activity and you overdo it basically. And that's what made him such a great basketball player.
All right, well, coming up is info
Overcoming
time.
failure.
No, It's info time.
Here are our answers to some frequently asked questions about the program. You're watching it right now. It's called Your Daily Hour with Me. It's a call-in television talk show on the radio that's recorded right here in Thurston County every day of the year. It airs every night at TCTV 22 at 11:30 p.m. and 2 a.m. on low power. Each episode airs a week after it was taped, so if you're watching this at 11:30 p.m., this episode taped the same weekday of the previous week. If you're watching this at 2 a.m., this episode taped the same month of the previous year. You can also watch any episode of the program on YouTube.com. Anyone can come on the program, especially you. We rely on the community for content, so give us a call at this number, leave a message, and we'll call you back on the next episode. Thanks for watching, and now back to the program.
Yeah.
Which is 836-4384.
360-836-4384. It's do 08 Dog Doug. Did you catch it?
Somewhat.
Oh, there's a little bit on it. Let's get that cleaned up.
Oh.
Here you go. Here's a bag. Oh, a little bit on the board too, huh?
Yeah, just one button.
Look how the board is to stay dry. You seen anything on the streets there in the last week, Sam?
I've been hanging out downtown.
Uh-huh.
Actually, we went downtown this weekend. Hung out. And had a good time. I've been kind of really trying to stay in touch with my community right now.
Yeah.
As far as
Oh yeah, after the whole news thing being on the news thing. Did you talk to CNN?
I did. I got interviewed by CNN, but they didn't use my interview on air, which is for the better.
How about like a quote or something?
They quoted me. They quoted me on their website, but I don't really care anymore. I'm kind of over I think, the prosecutor has said that they did the best they could, and that there was no favoritism. The judge said that she did the best that she could, and the problem was with the legislature. But I kind of call BS on all that, because I think they could have done more, and they were scared because they thought that A, they couldn't make the charges stick, or B, there's something else going on. And I hope the answer is A and not B.
Well, there's
because
always
B would mean that'd be wholesale corruption.
Well, there's always something else going on. I mean, come on.
Well, no, I mean as their main motivation for not pursuing stiffer charges. I'm not talking about the latent the sort of latent corruption that's a part of everything in American society.
You're just admitting to choice B that you said that you didn't want.
What do you mean?
Well, the latent corruption, if it's already
what
there.
I'm saying is what was the main motivation for them not pursuing a stiffer penalty in the Sean Goodman case? Why didn't they do that? Well, because they're arguing basically is that they wouldn't have been able to make the kidnapping charge stick because there wasn't enough evidence that Henry was trying to get out of the car. But then there's this other thing. There's a special thing you can get when you get felony eluding. It's RCW 2 dot whatever, and it's basically if you are running from the police officers and you endanger the lives of one or more people, then you get basically an aggravated felony eluding.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because you know what? The thing is that if that adds another 6 months, then it's still a year, and it would still run concurrently because it was during the same crime. God, I learned so much about the legal system doing this. That it's even if it doesn't, I think I did change something. Maybe, it probably I changed a lot more than I thought I did.
Well, I mean, at least if he ever gets anything again,
well,
in the future,
I have a hard
it's going to be a
time.
big thing.
Well, that's the thing is Jim Tunheim's an elected official. So
Who's that?
he's the head prosecutor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so we can. I mean, also the judge is another one too. So
Yeah, but I don't think Schaller. She's like, to me, she's like, she. If judges didn't go along with plea agreements, and they almost always do, like the court system would get like ridiculously backed up, and then we'd have to pay more money for more judges.
yeah.
And it just doesn't work that way. It's like basically if a prosecuting attorney and a defense attorney agree on something, then that's the end of it.
I think people don't run for judge. I think I see people running for a lot of other offices, but I don't know if people.
Lawyers run for judge.
But are they doing like speeches though? Like the judge speeches and stuff? I never see that. Nobody ever like tries to convince me to
They
vote
have
for
like
certain judges.
they have things in like the voter pamphlets that are like. But a lot of judges are appointed, like federal judges and Supreme Court, Washington State, and like United States Supreme Court. They're appointed.
Yeah.
I think appeals judges are appointed.
Which ones are elected then? The minor
Superior
crime ones?
Superior Court judges are.
What about the ones that when you who are at court all the time? That's like the regular low level judge.
That's like a district court judge. They're elected too, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure though. That's the thing. All this stuff is really new to me, and I want to make sure everybody knows too. Is that like a lot of what I say on here? Like that's the thing is when I come on the show, I kind of say whatever I want, and a lot of it I don't really mean. But it doesn't really make too much of a difference.
I don't think too many people are gonna be scrutinizing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I could be scrutinized,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
that's fine.
Carl's scrutinizing, but
I don't
I
know.
scrutinize myself,
listeners
bro.
and viewers.
I don't know if sometimes I don't know why it happened the way it did, and whose fault, if anyone. You know, maybe everything's above board. Maybe it's me that maybe my perspective's off. And here's another thing too, and I don't mind talking about this anymore. I don't like everybody in this community knows me, and they know what I'm about now. They know I'm a good father, and I try to be a positive member of the community. But there was a time when I was not a positive member of the community, and I didn't really care too much about things like laws and stuff like that. And that's the thing with this Sean Goodman thing that I've come to realize is that I did take it really personally, because I got sent to real jail for a long time for something that it was not as severe as what Sean Goodman did.
Well, there was one person that passed us on the road today, just like half an hour ago, and she didn't know who you were. And so you can't really say that everyone knows you.
Well, a good amount of people.
Well, yeah, I know a lot of people though, Carl. That's the thing,
Well,
it's not. It's a fact from being like I'm loud, I'm obnoxious. I talk to everybody. I was a bouncer for a long time at a bar downtown, and I know a lot of other people in another area of my life that I don't really talk about on the air too, And you wind up just knowing a lot of people in this community,
At least you blew up the news more than anybody I've ever seen, though. That's something that I was pretty amazed at, because lots of people they're always doing all these protests and all this stuff all the time. Like Bird's always trying to protest and everything, and Carl, you did some protesting and thing, but I've never seen anybody. Anybody like actually get on the national news and stuff.
Well, a lot of that is like luck and timing, and it was also like a very like visible event. That's the thing is like fracking's way more evil than Sean Goodman is, but like people, like I said, I was here last time. Like, if they were like fracking out in front of our houses in Thurston County, people would care a lot more about it. You know what I mean? The fact that it's happening out in the middle of nowhere in like North Dakota.
I saw the Nancy Grace video.
Yeah,
when she was talking about. She was
isn't that
really weird.
gnarly?
It was weird. She said like she wanted to know what the liquor was.
A
Did you ever get
fireball. Somebody tell me what a
What
fireball
is fireball? Yeah.
She's awful.
Why would you know? Like, that was her question. Her first question is like, what was he drinking?
Yeah.
What did it to him? Fire what? Like, what? I don't know.
Fireball.
It was so crazy. I had never really seen her before, and it's pretty ridiculous. So,
Yeah, she's pretty awful.
fellow TV person Nancy Grace over there.
Yeah, and it's the thing, man. I don't know what. Like I said, I think it was a good thing that it happened, but I don't know if I was the right guy to do it, just because I don't quite have that touch of the, like, I don't know what you'd call it, or maybe I am the one who's supposed to be doing it. I don't know.
No, somebody had to do it.
It's okay not to know.
Hey, look at that. Time for the next dice game.
I'm coming back.
Here we go. Sam's gonna change the nature of reality. At least that's what he's banking on here.
I'm rejecting reality.
Here goes. Sounds like a good theme. Maybe we should make that the next theme day. Oh.
Clean it up.
Yeah, we got 1,000 points now.
What about hamsters versus vinegar?
Hamsters versus vinegar. That could be one. Here we got. Where's that pen?
I'm just gonna keep doing stuff like you guys are doing.
Give me that
right now.
Well, we have. Here you.
You have bees. You have
Well,
ants versus honey. Hamsters versus vinegar. What about frogs versus mayonnaise?
This food.
I'm just gonna pick an animal and
In a
then,
sauce?
like, an edible liquid.
Well, here I'll show you the other plant. Or before you start doing too many of those.
Grasshoppers versus ketchup.
No. Well, the thing about honey is that it's a product of insects, and I think that's why the theme is a little bit relevant, because it's like ants versus the things that another hive. It's like ants and bees are similar, and then honey is the thing that bees make. So they're.
Did you just think? Have you been thinking about that? Is this? How long has it been ants versus honey? Is it the whole week?
Well, no, it took for a couple days, but it's, just one day. Just one day today.
Oh, you have themed days.
We're doing themed days now. Yeah.
Oh, I like themed days. Themed days, then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. Today is so yesterday. Or we started off with June Day, and then we did Plant Day yesterday. Today's ants versus honey. Tomorrow's hamburgers.
What about polishing furniture day?
Yeah, that can be one. And then on the 29th is failure. The theme is failure, and then the next one on Friday is confessions.
Whoa. Yeah. That could be a week though. That's like
it's a day though. And then on Saturday it's flying. The theme is
I got a confession.
I think I know why, it's going to theme days instead of theme weeks.
Why is that?
Just to keep the whole each individual episode fresh and new, rather than to say, oh, we're talking about plans for this week again.
Also, everybody had so many theme ideas that we didn't have enough time to use them all, so now we're just going through them.
Yeah.
You want to pick some themes, though, for some real themes for the future?
Yeah.
Furniture polish? What did you
furniture
say?
polishing?
Yeah, furniture
That could be-
polish. Minor medical operations.
Oh, please.
Good ones. Why aren't these good ones? Why do you say, oh, please? That's a good one. I'm really good at coming up with random things.
Minor medical operations?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It's going to be on Dan's Monday.
Oh, they'll like that.
If you're going to be back on Tuesday, then this is going to be your day. So if
Okay,
you want to pick
I'll
a good
do-
one for yourself.
I'll do. Oh, is that right now?
No, for next week. If you want to come back next week on Tuesday.
Yeah, I really wish I could come in earlier.
On maybe next week on a Monday. Maybe one of those days we can come back early. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I would love to come in early. That's like.
That's pretty good. Then we have a couple more theme days.
8:30. What about bad postcards?
Bad.
I used to have a book of bad postcards when I was a kid. It cracked me up. I have a confession though that I want to do now.
Before Confessions Day?
Yeah, before Confessions Day.
Okay.
Because I won't be here on Confessions Day. Sometimes I tell my wife that I have to go poop, but really I just want to like be in the bathroom by myself.
You want some alone time?
Yeah, I just want to get away from the kids.
Well, you could always call during confession day.
Maybe you should.
I have a lot of confessions.
Have you tried to just maybe tell
man.
tell your wife that you want some alone time?
Yeah, it's easier just to say I gotta go poop.
Yeah.
But she does it too, so I don't have to worry about it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, and I do.
She
poop.
hides in the
So
bathroom.
you do both. You just stay in there a little bit longer than you need to.
Both of you hide in the bathroom.
I think a lot of people do that. I have a lot of alone time anyway. But if you're in a big group and that's the only time, if you like, I know that if I'm like on a trip with others, That's sometimes the only alone time you really get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know, Carl?
To be honest, I don't need a whole lot of alone time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, if you had a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. By the way, do you want to buy my kids?
No.
Oh man.
I mean, that would be a little expensive for me on my budget.
You'd be surprised. I will make you a sweet deal.
No. There's no dollar amount too high, too low.
I think you should hang out with my kids sometimes,
No,
like with me.
what?
No, like hang out with me and the kids because I think you'd be like a really peaceful influence on them.
What?
Yeah, because I'm so up. I'm real uppity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I have like I'm really glad. No, it's a compliment, Carl. Like I know so many different kinds of people, and you're one of the different kinds of people that I know.
I'm not calm and compassionate and rational and
Whoa.
peaceful person. Rawr.
How are the kids? They say anything like the darndest or do?
I know you're not
kid
convinced, Sam,
things?
but I just had to say that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What have they said lately? It was weird.
Is the baby talking?
Yeah, he is a little bit. He says different stuff. He kind of repeats things. He likes saying, he goes, "Hi-ya." We do that a lot. We'll like karate chop stuff and go, "Hi-ya." And he goes, "Whoa."
Whoa!
Like,
Whoa.
because I'm always putting him in dangerous situations. And he goes like, "Whoa."
Oh,
man, we were at the park Monday morning. I was with my mom. We were out at the park out in Lacey and like off of Revel there, and he like fell, like not super hard, but he fell like right on his lip, and he like split the inside of his lip a little bit because his teeth are so sharp, and like the blood, like there was a lot of blood for a minute. Like when you cut the inside of your mouth, there was like a lot of blood, but it stopped really quick. But the blood was like mixed with the slobber too, and like people give you the weirdest look when you're carrying like this screaming baby with like blood flying out of his mouth.
Yeah.
He was fine though. It's not like a big deal or anything. Kids get hurt. It's all right. Kids that don't get hurt are weird.
Yeah, gotta get your kid out there. It's gotta get toughened up. Does he know? Does he like wah, or can you say he's not talking about it? Or?
Oh yeah, he calmed down really quick. I put him back in the car. We went home and ate some waffles at my mom's house, and he was fine. He didn't even cry that much. He's really like, he's not. I don't know, like the whole thing like, oh, I got like this really tough kid. But both of my kids are like well adjusted and don't overreact because we don't overreact when they get hurt. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's real easy to like people lose their ish when their kids fall down like a little bit, and then the kids learn that like, oh, I can lose my ish too.
Yeah. Bad. Don't do that to your children, maybe. We got.
Or do whatever you want. You get in a weird area if you start telling people what to do with their kids.
Let me tell you what to do with your kids. Here's a message from Mr. Ginsu.
How about we make a movie where I sit on a couch, tell people to call in, and then when they call in and tell me shit, I make shit up and tell them that they're idiots or they're freaking
You think that's happening to
beating
you?
on people and shit. I don't know. I'll just make shit up. Kind of like, oh, I think they already make that show. Called Daily Hour with Your Daily Hour with Me. Sorry. Sorry.
Is he saying that I think he's accusing me of calling him an idiot.
Or
think
making stuff up.
making stuff up and calling people idiots.
I don't do that. I make stuff up, I guess, but that's, the nature of talking.
You kind of are like,
Nature of
you kind
talking.
of do like the devil's advocate thing, I think, sometimes.
I do that.
Which makes for good conversation. Because I've heard you take, I swear I've heard you take like opposing stances.
I'm sure you. I don't really have a stance on most things, so I do usually just take the opposite stance of whatever other.
Is
people
it
are
almost
doing.
commercial time?
It is.
I'm gonna go during commercial time because I'm tired. I'm
Thanks,
going to
Sam. Thanks for coming out tonight.
bed. Thank you.
Peace
for
out,
having me
bro.
on the
Bye-bye.
show, bro.
Bro.
Dance Oli Dance. Dance Oli Dance. Live TV dance party. First Friday of each month. 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. TCTV studio at 440 Yager Way. Oh yeah.
On Wednesday and Friday, I have the afternoon off.
Certainly gives you
Featuring the song Just Because.
PM.
Private Memory. Double back. Private Memory. Still better. Available at these fine retailers.
Coming up.
tomorrow on the program.
Yep. Here we are.
Hey, program. This is the commercial.
We're here with Carl.
Indeed.
It's Hamburger Day.
And I was talking a little bit about pink slime. But I guess I probably sprung something on. But you be the judge of it. Tune in. 11:30 p.m. and 2 a.m.
TCTV and Koa 106.5 Low Power FM.
Peace out, yo.
Buy me a hamburger. Please. Furniture polishing. Or no, that's not right. I said the wrong thing for the commercial. Not furniture polishing. What's that? There's a candle in front of the TV or something, huh?
Yeah, it was a candle. It was kind of bugging me.
Why was
all
that there?
throughout the program. I don't know that it was there because I don't know. But anyway, going on to the program here.
Me a steak, threw some, made some split pea soup, or stew, whatever, and thought, well, I'll just make a sandwich, and then the split pea was really thick, so I thought I'll throw that on there. By the time I'm done throwing that on there, it looked like somebody took a shit right in the middle of my sandwich.
What?
What the?
Holy fuck.
I don't even know what he's saying.
Good thing it tastes pretty good, because otherwise, oh, fuck.
Oh yeah.
Thought you want to know. Later.
I don't even know.
He was talking about his meal or his dinner. It looked like pea soup or split pea. What had made his treating the soup as like
Hello? Oh.
ketchup or something for a sandwich.
Okay.
And it made the split pea, I guess, looks brown.
Hello? Oh, what? This one's going weird with this thing. That makes sense to me now.
Hey, you've reached Freddie Dover. I can't come to
Darn
the
it.
phone right now, but if you leave me a nice message, then I will call you back as soon as I can. Thanks a lot.
Hey, Freddy.
It's the program.
You can call us back in about 15 minutes.
Peace out, bro.
Okay. Hey, let's, Oh, yeah, we should probably call Mr. Ginsu back. Looks like, Bird just says, hey, how you doing? So maybe Bird wants to call back also. Here goes, call him Bird. Bird missed his plant day there. Tomorrow's hamburgers. It's gonna be, a little bit traumatizing for Carl, though. He's gonna have to relive your failed
First
sketch.
failed sketch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's why failure is
have
the next
reached
day,
the
then.
Sprint voicemail box of
Maybe it should be hamburgers
3
and
La,
food.
la, 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 la,
Should be-
la, la,
nine.
la, la.
At the tone,
Hamburgers and
please
failure.
record your voice
Oh, boy.
message. When you are finished
But that's,
recording,
like, I
you
guess
may
they're-
hang
they're
up
due
or
out
press
nowadays.
pound
We
for
talked a
more
little about failure
options.
during hamburgers, and a little about hamburgers during failure. Hey, Bird, it's the program. How you do?
You can call us back. You got about 14 minutes.
Yeah. We're doing good. Real good. At least I am. Great. I guess we should call Mr. Gincy back too, since he left us those messages accusing us of something, I guess. Or did we listen to a second message? What is the second message? Oh, the
split pea.
split pea soup thing. And the first one, he accused me of calling him an idiot. I don't think I've ever done that, at least not directly.
Oh.
Maybe I'm implying things, I guess.
He usually says things out of line.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get me to give her a lip. Hello?
What fucking problem?
Mr. Ginsu, you accused me of calling you an idiot.
Are you trying to instigate World War III now? Or 4? Or 5? 5.5?
Hey, motherfucker, you called me something just because I left a message on your phone, and then you called me fucking something else.
That was a trap, though. You laid a trap down, and you know that.
That's not the point.
The
point is, you called me whenever you called me, and then fucking now I'm pissed off.
Well, you tried to get me into a trap where I would say something negative towards you, and now you're using the second leg of this trap. I think you had this planned out. It sounds like you're using a plan against me now.
That's part of fucking my plan, for sure.
Yeah. I feel like I'm being plotted against now.
Deal with whenever you stop playing my fucking messages earlier.
You think I've like you want me to not play your old messages?
Well, some of them may or may not have had to do with the brainwashing technique that I was using on you.
What?
Yeah, Mr. I don't think I'm brainwashed.
How about if we go on to the... Let's go...
Maybe, really, but you don't have to think you're brainwashed to be brainwashed, stupid fucker.
Okay, what is your brainwashing doing to me, supposedly?
It'll probably make you shit your pants, for one.
Okay, well, I guess it's not working yet then. Hopefully that won't start.
Let's go on to your second message, which you were talking about split pea soup.
Well, then you're gonna go, holy fuck. I don't fucking know.
You left a message about split pea soup making, putting that in your sandwich, and your sandwich looking like really gross looking.
And your point is?
That was your message.
Let's talk about that.
It was good. Did you cook that in your toaster oven?
Most of it, yeah.
How do you cook soup in your toaster oven?
Well, it was really thick, so I fucking just threw it on the tinfoil with the steak whenever the steak was done, and just threw it in there and let it up.
He just stirs it around in the bowl.
Yeah. Well, yeah, cooking. I've never heard of anybody trying to cook soup in a toaster oven. That's got to be a original idea.
You can have bowls in toaster ovens.
Yes, if you don't have anything else to eat, like baking. It's like baking soup, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, the Mr. Coffee pot, one or two person coffee pots, and you can put a thing of top ramen in there and set that fucker up, and then you can have top ramen in about 15, 20 minutes.
Do you do that too?
In a coffee maker, yeah.
Do you have a coffee maker?
A little one.
Not enough for ramen?
Pardon me?
Is it a coffee maker big enough for ramen?
Yep.
Okay.
You might have to break the ramen a little bit to get it all the way in there, but yeah. It makes a perfect bowl, about the same perfect amount of water. It's nice. It's a hot source of water.
Yeah. Can't you
That's all I'm saying. Stupid fucker.
You just put your ramen in a bowl and then just pour the hot water on it. That's cooked enough. You don't need to even put it in the actual thing.
Well, it's a coffee pot, so it heats the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
what?
What's the problem?
It's ants versus honey day today.
It's what?
We're talking about ants and honey.
Ants and honey.
And comparing them. Do you have any ant stories?
I got a shitload of ants in my house.
Oh yeah, what are they doing? Are they crawling across you while you sleep?
Yep, they sure do. They fall on me, they fucking crawl on me when I sleep. I set a box of donuts on the floor.
Uh-huh.
The next morning, there's like 200 ants in there stacking them donuts.
Whoa.
So you're like living in an anthill pretty much then.
And the ants are about less than the size of a grain of rice. There's like 1 grain of rice would be like 3 to 5 ants.
Whoa, that's freaky.
Yeah, they're teeny little fucking piece of dirt ants that fucking walk around. I don't know.
You live at a trailer or a apartment or a...
It's a trailer. There.
Yeah.
Hey, it's time for the final dice game.
You would definitely be on top of...
1? He said 1, right? Here we go. So far, it's been 2, 2, and... What? 4, 2, 2, 4. So now it's gonna... Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, 2, 2, 4 again. Wow, me and Carl really won a lot today. Carl, do you want to share our battle?
I will take a neutral position.
What does that mean?
Neutral means I kind of abstain from the decision. So.
Okay, I want to share, so we're sharing.
Yay!
Well, how are those ants? Have you tried to get ant traps or anything?
Not my take away, I'm not.
Are those ants bothering you, or you're just dealing? You're not trying to do anything about them, and you're just gonna let them go and live with them, live next to them?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Ants.
Your ant farm, your ant hill, whatever you're on top of.
Oh, I got probably a couple million ants.
What are you gonna do about it? Are you just gonna live with them, or are you gonna try to do anything about it?
I'm thinking about catching them all and taking them back over to Thurston County where they took my weed from and letting them go.
Yeah, like at the courthouse.
Oh, it might be not like cold weather, so I better leave them over here.
Yeah. But so nothing real then. You're not trying to like maybe get a trap for them or anything, and they're not bothering you too much.
Nope, they don't bother me. I just put food out for them so they can just run over there and get that really easy.
You feed them?
Pardon?
You're feeding them, actively feeding
Well,
them.
if you put the food out where they can get to it real easy, they don't have to come up to my sink. And not all of them will be over on my bed. Just a couple of them.
Wow, did they crawl? Did they crawl on you? Did they itch, or you have to flick them off or something while you sleep? Or did you just sleep through it?
I've had them in my mouth already. Fucking when I'm sleeping. It's fucking horrible.
This kind of reminds me of. Have you ever seen the movie Creepshow, Mr. Ginsu?
Well, don't spoil anything. Have you seen? Are there ants? Can you see the ants right now? Are they crawling around on your floor and stuff?
What's the fucking problem?
Can you
Break
see?
it up.
Can you see the ants like right now, like on the walls, on the floor?
I can see them right now.
They're just.
Yep.
They're there all the time.
All the fucking time.
Oh man, they're everywhere. That's really freaky. How
So
can you live like that?
Back to my question on creep shows. There was like some sort of mad scientist.
Spoiler.
Yeah, I know, but there was a mad scientist that was trying to make.
I don't want to hear about spoiler. I haven't seen this movie. I gotta get.
Hey, it's been 1982.
I haven't seen it yet. Maybe I want to see it.
Oh
don't
man!
Don't tell me about it.
Watch Creep Show.
Watch Creep Show. Okay.
All I got to say.
Yeah. What?
Oh, God.
My mouth dries up at nighttime.
Uh-huh.
I figure them little running in my mouth and down my throat at night, getting a piece of shit off the inside of me and yanking out and running out of my mouth and taken back over to wherever fucking
Yeah.
they.
Have you ever gotten bit?
I guess.
I mean, you don't see bug bites, like you get welts and stuff?
Once in a while.
Oh, man,
No.
that's freaky. They're eating you. They're going to eat you alive while you sleep one of these nights, I think.
No. They mostly stick to the fucking food that I give them.
Yeah, I
and
guess
like I say,
if you're feeding them, maybe you're going to be the king of the ants. You should get maybe like like an ant motel. They call them motel even though there's murder traps,
Yeah.
I guess. But
if you start feeding them, then you can like see their little trail, and then you can start moving their trail away from the house,
uh-huh.
and then I'll eventually get them all the way to just go away from my house.
They probably live in your house, right?
Oh, they're fucking in the house,
They
fucker.
probably like there's a nest in your house somewhere.
Well, there's a sewer. I already looked around the sewer, and underneath, like, these metal plates that cover the sewer holes or something, there's just thousands
Manhole
of ants.
cover.
Every one of them.
It's called a manhole cover.
No, I don't think it's called a manhole cover when it's in the house.
No, but he was talking about a sewer, and a hole in.
Your manhole, fucking son of a bitch. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Who?
fucking.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's the answer. The freakiest thing you ever said. I mean, you don't have a sink for a long time and stuff, but jeez.
It'd be almost impossible to get rid of them, so might as well just try to relocate them.
Wow. Were they there when you got there?
Well, not really.
So you grew them.
I think it's the food.
Well-
I think if you get rid of all the food, they'll leave.
Well, there was ant poison here when I got here. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But the ants themselves were not necessarily visible.
If you stay clean and don't have any food out ever, then the ants will go away.
Well, that's what you would think. But this house has so much dry rot in it and a couple leaks so that the ants can either live in the walls or what the fuck ever, and ants like little moist, dark places. Yeah.
Oh man, living in the dry rot. That's really freaky.
Do you got any final words for these last 2 minutes?
Not particularly.
All right, well, it's the end of the show. Thanks for calling. Tomorrow's going to be hamburger day if you want to call back and leave some messages about that.
Which one is shit that they pressure wash off the bones? Pink slime?
Yeah, you can start one of those.
Which one of them restaurants uses that?
I don't know.
You don't know? I can't remember. I know it's one of them, but I can't remember which one.
Restaurants pressure wash stuff off of bones? What?
Yeah. They gotta make every freaking little bit of meat count, so they don't want to lose any of it.
Wow.
I don't know. Hey, thanks, Mr. Gibson. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah. It's called
Alright.
pink slime. They stick it in your hamburger.
Sounds good. I'll eat that. Hey, thanks, Sam and Mr. Ginsu and Bird and Freddie and Carl for being here. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Thanks, Ants and Honey.
Yep.
And bees.
Sometimes I don't hear that 1 minute left chime.
Yeah,
It's
but you
really
can see it
weird.
when it says the title.
Yeah.
It's also a sign,
Yeah.
a visual sign.
Well, we'll be back tomorrow.
Next episode number and date. It's episode 1347. Thanks, TVs.
Blades of Grass.
YDHWM.com.
Fishy.
Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
Website.
360-836-4384. It's Dude08 Dog Doug. Thank you, crew. You guys want to be on the crew? I'm doing anything if you want. Carl's on the crew. Sam's on the crew. Mr. Ginch is on the crew. I'm on the crew. Yeah. UFO FBI. Check it out. TCTV, whoa, LaBiba.com, yeah, it's like a feeling, Jordan E, fabulous. Thurston County, Washington State, USA, all viewers and listeners, thank you, hell yeah, dog.
Roof, roof. Bye, Charlie.
Bye-bye.